the intellectual 1%. If you thought the financial 1% had an outsized influence, think about the intellectual 1%. I started noticing this when the world's richest people started showing up on podcasts of the intellectual 1%. Like Elon Musk, his company is famous not for doing any marketing. He doesn't go like generally on CNBC or, those are influences of the past. He goes on the podcasts that are the quote unquote Tesla fanboys and fangirls, because those are much more influential. I mean, a lot of people don't realize it, but like Ray Dalio, for example, one of the richest people in the world, he's been showing up on all the podcasts. There's about 20 people that just self-reinforce each other that have like all the lion's share of the mind share online. Like just a few names: Tom Bilyeu, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson. These people all interact with each other and kind of suck up all the oxygen in the room. Like if you think like companies, there's no innovation in Silicon Valley because like if you get to a certain size, they just buy you out. What happens is once you get to a certain size in social media, and online influence, the top people just suck you into their system and they all reinforce each other. So there's like 20, maybe 50 people at the outset that are just like the top people in internet marketing, online mind share, and they all just reinforce each other. So what I do is I study these top people and what they're doing, their techniques of how they got to the top, and try to reverse engineer it and look for patterns. You could do the same thing. So the financial, the top financial people like Mark, Cuban, he goes on all the shows. A lot of the richest people in the world are turning to influencers and online celebrities. Joe Rogan, for example, he's another one. He just signed $100 million from contract with Spotify for podcasts. Where attention is, money follows. So it's not enough just to have money from old school businesses, oil used to be the Fortune 10 used to be all, Exxon Mobil and the other, BP, but now technology, because information is the new black, the FANG stocks in the coronavirus are just taking incredible market share because the government is propping up the stock market, doing whatever's necessary to make sure that survives. So Main Street is failing, retail is going down the tubes, but Wall Street is booming and continuing to boom. And so the tech stocks, soon we'll have no small companies hardly because they can't compete. I mean, you could be a niche player to a little bit, but, the big players like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, they're getting into every industry. Like Amazon is getting into cars now, self-driving. So there's not enough oxygen in the room. And, attention is now the most valuable resource because, if you can't break through, you can't do anything. You can't sell anything. Nobody knows who you are. Grant Cardone says that your greatest weakness is obscurity. So it's really mind share is the new black. Wealth is not dollars. It's information and mind share. How much do people know you? How much do they trust you? How much do they recognize you? That's why these new technologies like blockchain, IoT, artificial intelligence, they're going to rule the world because they control the mind share. They control the attention. They control, efficiencies. That's why, the banks are in trouble. They're racing to blockchain and, they're afraid of Square and Venmo and PayPal. The world is changing fast.